back to the channel. John here. It's time to start building our dreams. So we are currently at Overland Expo East up in Arrington, Virginia. As you can see, there's literally thousands in attendance here, and this is the smallest of the Overland Expos. This is my first one. So come with me to my first Overland Expo. Smash that like button. We're gonna go check out the sites, talk to a few folks, roll the video. Hold on. Hi guys, so the first booth we came to here is a Honda booth. As you can see, for your average family, Honda's a great way to go experience outdoors, but especially if you're into motocross or motorcycle cross-country travel, they've got a lot of options for you now. Here's a personal favorite, over here, Polaris. In 2009, I bought one of their Polaris Razors, and the great thing about Polaris is they're one of the few companies that listens to exactly what the customers want, and they modify that over time. As you can see, here's the new XP models, 4 doors. Things have come a long way. Hey guys, so we are with Matt of the Explore Life. He's got a YouTube channel, and he's actually from the other side of the ocean over there in Australia. So Matt, talk to us a little bit about your channel and your rig.
Mate, yeah, cheers. The channel's called the Explore Life. Basically, we love just getting out, all things fishing, caravanning, full driving, spearing, whatever it is. So all things outdoors and adventure. We built this car over in Australia to sort of show off what the Australians can do and how we build touring vehicles.
Right.
And then we shipped it over, and we're doing a little lap around America at the moment. So.
Awesome. What are some of the big highlights from your trip so far?
Mate, Moab was pretty cool. We got to see, you know, the world famous Grand Canyon.
Okay.
That was pretty epic. There's a little spot called Muley Point. It was a bit of a highlight, camping on the cliffs there. We've literally been from Texas all the way up to Vancouver Island, come across from Oregon, and now we're about to hit all the East Coast.
Yeah, you're on the East Coast, man.
Yeah.
You gotta definitely hit up in the mountains down here in the south.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Well, awesome. Appreciate it, Matt.
Yeah. Cheers.
Hey guys, we're over at the Thor's Lightning booth with Derek, and we just did a review basically, or used their 4-tire air system, but I'm gonna let him talk to you a little bit more about his line of products.
Hey, yeah, we've got a number of products here at our booth at the Overland Expo East here in Virginia. Our newest air compressor that we came out with is a total control compressor. So it's got the same profile as our standard compressor that we've had, same output as well as the standard one. The only thing that's different about this is it's a preset, so you can actually set your PSI, and then it will automatically shut off once it reaches that. So it's really good at helping you become a multitasker. Okay. We also have our new Air Spark here, which is great for small, standard tires on a vehicle, motorcycle tires, bicycle tires. You can blow up any type of sports balls with that as well. Really handy. It's got a light on here. This is also a preset PSI, so you can set your PSI. It'll turn off once it reaches that target, and then you can charge your accessories, iPhone or any type of electronic product that you have as well. Over here, we've got our new tire repair kit. This is great. We were coming back from the More Expo this summer, and we blew a tire. We had a nail in it, and we pulled out our nice little pack here, plugged our tire, and 12 hours later we were back at home in Denver. So this works really well. It's a nice thing to have in a case of emergency. And then last but certainly not least, our staple product is our multi-tire air system. This allows you to air up all 4 tires at the same time, deflate them all at the same time, and it's going to equalize the tires as well. So it's really, really nice to save on back pain, so you're not bending down doing each individual tire at once. And I have one more product to talk about. We just came out with this one. This Expo is our release of our new bed rack for Tacomas, Tundras, Fords, and Gladiator. So this is a phenomenal rack that we are now offering anybody who's got a truck that they're looking to put a rack on. The other product that we have is our air compressor mounting brackets. These are the Refuge mounting brackets. So this one right here is a JK mount, so that's going to fit over the back wheel wells of your JK, utilizing that dead space of your Jeep. We do have a JL mount, we have a Gladiator mount, 4Runner mount, as well as a Tacoma and a Tundra mount as well. So it's really nice. These compressors are out of the box portable, but they can also be mounted in there and hardwired into your vehicle as well.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it, Derek.
Thank you.
All right, guys, go check out doorslightning.com. All right, guys, we are at the Timbo Tusk tent, and I'm with Jerry. I'm going to pass the mic to him, and he's going to tell you a little bit about their products. So we got the new Timbo Tusk stove. We used it this morning, and Jerry's going to tell you a little bit about the Timbo Tusk lineup.
How you doing, everybody? I'm Jerry, and this is our gear. It's all American made, and this is our adventure scuttle, good for the adventure bike people. It folds down to fit in your pannier boxes. This is our camp tables, has a optional shelf, and of course the highlight is our scuttle grill that we have here, and there's a leg table for it. And this is too much fun to cook on.
So these are what, about 19, 20 inches?
This is 18 inches across.
Okay.
You could feed 10 people easily.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone eats hot because you cook in the middle and push the food out to the edges. It stays warm, and you can do a 3-course meal. Everyone eats hot.
That's awesome.
And then as we go down here, you can see this is some more of our tables. This is our basin table and our stainless steel Timbo Tusk fire pit. Nice for fire bands, or if you just don't want to have wood.
We used ours last night because I don't think you're allowed to burn any wood here.
You're not allowed to, yes. And it throws off a fair amount of heat.
Yes, sir.
So let's walk down real quick. We also make cargo and fridge slides. And we have sizes for all the different fridges, side pull and front pull, and even a tilt slide adapter. Now the fire pit fits into this bag, so it's not bulky. So everything fits in the bag. The fire pits come with rocks, gloves, a gas line, and a little wrench for the fire pits. These are our regular scuttles. The bags are made out of jump house material, nearly indestructible. So scuttle fits in there, and all of the accessories will fit. So you don't have to have separate bags for separate items. Everything fits in the bag.
You could even put your spatulas.
You can put, I put a gas bottle in there. I put the spatulas. I have the leg table, the lid, the burner. Everything goes in here. Everything fits in one bag. And then the legs fit on the back side.
All right, Jerry. Well, thanks for showing us around, and let's head on to the next event. Thanks again.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.
Alrighty.
Sweet little Gladiator right there. It's a good build. And here's the Inca 4x4 crew. Hey, brother, what's up? Doing good.
This guy has a sweet Gladiator too.
Hey guys, we are over with Inca 4x4. This is Lewis, and Lewis has all kinds of stuff, and we went off-road camping, so go check out that video with him to an epic spot up in the mountains, and then you guys went on to Cape Lookout, and it was an awesome trip. So tell us a little bit about Inca 4x4.
Yeah, so appreciate it. My name is Lewis. I own Inca 4x4. We're based out of Fayetteville, Georgia, south of the Atlanta airport, and we started hosting trips on Airbnb. That's how we started in 2019, and that turned into now we do custom campers for trucks, and we do the conversions for Land Rovers and the Defenders, and we carry just essential things that we know from our experience that you need. Gazelle tents, all those kind of products, and yeah, we put together a good trip. We had fun, and I like to bring people together. We host cleanups and that kind of stuff, and
Yeah, so I talked to Jerry, I think, over at Timbo Tusk, and I told him that you sold me the stove. I finally got to use it. He took us through the Timbo Tusk. You want to talk real quick about your tool bags?
Yeah. So I'll real quick show you the tool bags. This is our new tool bag that we're the only ones that have these features here that it zips away completely. And the reason we do that is the back of this one here has a magnet, and you can use this as a tray. So in case you're working on something, your bolts won't fall into the grass or the sand and then you can't find it. And then we added another safety feature. The front of this is reflective, so if you're changing a tire or something, you can put it out in front and people will see you. Yeah. And the same thing with our spare tire bag. This is our Series 2, we beefed it up. Right. It's a PVC, there's no fabric on it to fade. And then we're the only ones that have a side compartment, which we actually recommend putting the Timbo Tusk fire pits in there. So it's a great place to carry it. It's got drain holes on the bottom, and it's just super beefy spare tire bag, and yeah.
And a couple other things of interest. So you're now a distributor for Julka, correct?
Julka, Cook Partner, Timbo Tusk, Geyser, 20. Yeah. We just did 23-0. Yeah. We're adding new stuff, ARB, fridges, all that awesome stuff, yeah.
And then also Alucab, right?
Alucab, yeah, anything Alucab. We got the can crushers out here, and yeah.
So one interesting story, if you look over here to your left, my right, is that's Lewis's old Jeep Gladiator, and the guy he sold it to is actually a pretty good friend now, and so he came out to the show. He's put 38s on there. He's beefed up the suspension and the drivetrain a little bit, but overall it's got an Inca camper on there, and it's a beautiful Jeep Gladiator. So Lewis, thanks again as always.
Appreciate it, thank you. Yeah.
Hey guys, so we're at the deck booth with Aneta, and she's going to show us around her awesome Gladiator. So I'll pass it over to you.
This is basically where I keep all my equipment whenever I'm out on a trip. I usually do really long-term road trips, cross country usually. So this is the camp kitchen side. My stove goes in and everything just stays organized, everything I need. And when I come home from a longer trip, I'll just replenish and go around and clean everything up. This side holds pretty much all the tools, anything I would need to self-recover off a trail too. Okay. So any kind of repairs and everything like that. So I mean, I love this system because usually I would have maybe 4 or 5 big camping tote boxes in there, and I would just be climbing on top of them to try to pull something out. And I already had a bed rack, so it was tight and I couldn't get to them. So this solved everything, and I'm constantly recommending it to people. Anybody with a mid-size or full-size pickup truck that doesn't really mind kind of, I guess, losing your bed, but you're not really losing it if you've got so much stuff in boxes. Might as well put it into a drawer system that slides out. So, and the platform actually can handle 2,000 pounds. So you can actually go to work with this too. So this is a great thing. Everyone's been looking at this all day. This is the tilting fridge side. Okay. Because the deck system lifted my fridge up, and I could not see what was in my fridge. So putting it on a tilting fridge slide is one of the best things I ever did.
Okay. That one's from Ironman 4x4.
This one's, yep, Ironman 4x4. I think it's the best priced one on the market. I've had it for 4 or 5 months already. Okay. It's fine. Like, it's mounted right up. So this is the newest addition to the build. I just put it in on Sunday, actually. It's the extrusion overland rack. Okay. It's all aluminum. It's very lightweight. This whole thing weighs about 70 pounds put together. Oh, wow. You know, so I was running a maybe 150 pound steel rack before from Road Armor. Half the bolts were missing and half of them were loose because it was carriage bolts and they just kept flying everywhere. But the great thing about this system is that it's completely modular. You do whatever you want. And no one will have you the same rack setup as you will, because everything is different. So you can add a slide out. Right? I made this grab handle myself. Slides out to about here. You've got propane, like a little more in that box. This side, water storage, but it flips up. So we got the struts to support that. Yeah. So I used to never be able to get back here. This was usually dead space, and maybe if I go here, I can like reach kind of, but this is the best setup I've ran so far. But you can do it. You build it on the website. You can mount it up however you want. Next, I would put another one of those slides here, going straight back, and I could pull it out this way. Highly recommend this rack. This is my third rack as well. Fenders, right, so the steel on the car, bumpers and fenders, and the winch, they're road armor. Yeah, so they're steel. And the inner liners as well. So next, the tent, that's new too. That's new to me since about August. The cool thing about this tent though is that you can run it both ways. You can have a wedge, but then the second half pops up as well. So then you get full headroom. Very comfortable, super dark at night.
Have you had it in the rain yet?
This morning, yeah. And actually, the past 4 weekends I've camped, it's rained. Okay, so it's been fine, so I'm really enjoying it. And I love the fact that it's completely blacked out when you're sleeping. Another favorite, they're all my favorite, I don't even know. But this is the Cargo Dog Rear Seat Delete. They make it for Jeeps right now, and they're working on Tacoma. So not the big trucks yet, but my dog's sleeping on it, but that's why I got it. So the bench seats that come in the Jeep, they're so narrow that he would just fall off of it all the time, and he's just too tall. So now we have just 3 big compartments. They're deep, they're lit up as soon as you open it. They're lockable separately too. So that's one of my favorite parts now.
I like the seat, the Smitty built seat.
Yeah, I've had that since I bought the truck. They're fine. They've held up. They've held up to everything. So, but under the Jeep, that was just the camping stuff.
You got this full icon.
Now exactly. That's just the camp part. This Jeep is actually built to actually tackle trails. I just did the Rubicon trail in California in July. Then I went to Arizona, did Table Mesa. It actually does perform amazing. So we've got Yukon gears, 513, chromoly axle shafts, front and rear locker, separate reservoir tank too, so it's a fill up faster.
Did it start off as a sport? Or?
Yes, it started off as a Sport S, and now it's, I guess, kind of a Rubicon now. You know, but yeah. So we just put in the Stage 7 suspension from Icon. I actually went down to their shop in California and they put it in. These shocks are all adjustable. They have the remote reservoir and everything. Also, another thing here, I put in the Hydro Assist from PSC. So this thing is not stock anymore. Everything is, this is the full setup from Steer Smarts. Tie rod, drag link. I have the steering shaft brace right there. So everything is pretty solid. Yeah, a lot of because I wanted to be able to camp, but like anywhere, you know, and like hit some rough trails too. So
Lewis said Inca 4x4. He took us up in the North Georgia mountains. And it was awesome.
Wow.
But
Yeah, I want to do a trip with them. Yeah.
Rock sliders by Road Armor.
Everything. Yeah. All this like steel armor. This is Road Armor.
And then simulated beadlocks?
These are simulated beadlocks. This is by Mayhem. They're over there. And we have Mickey Tom. These are my favorite tires so far. Oh my God, yeah. Because I had 37-inch. We won't say which brand. But they were mud terrains. And then I saw these 37-inch all terrains. They're much bigger. They're actually true to size. So these are awesome. I'm really happy with them. I just drove them home. Quiet. Grips, it's totally fine off-road. I love them. This Jeep just went through a huge change. Okay, so this is the mounting company. They basically sell mounts in all types of sizes. It's like small to extra large. This is just a cheap rigid box from Home Depot. What you do is you can transform any box and integrate it into the mounting. But in that back plate, it comes with its own gasket there, keeps it waterproof. So it's just a quick release. Yeah. So it makes anything, this is recovery. If I need to just pull it off the truck real quick and go somewhere, like help somebody else or anything like that, it's really nice to be able to just pop it off. It does lock. Smaller size, I just don't have anything this small. So this is DNC Designs out of Utah. This is a really strong ditch light, but I also wired it into my blinkers. So you see it at night, like you don't, because the fender, as soon as you switch out the fender flares, you kind of lose your blinkers. But I just wanted extra blinkers everywhere, so the Halos have it, this has it, and this has it as well. You can't miss me. So this is where we put the compressor.
Is that the Kraken system, or is that a different
This is
one?
ARB. This is all ARB, yeah. So under here, there's a big aluminum tank. So as a reservoir, I guess, too. That fills up first under there, and then I can fill up all the 4 tires that way. And then the switch panel is wired to the front and rear lockers. So that's how that works. But yeah.
Well, guys, go check her out.
There's a lot going
what's
on.
your Instagram again?
Off-road fitness.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Aneta.
Yeah,
Appreciate
no problem.
Hey, guys, so we're over at the Nitto booth. I've got Cory here, and just happened to bump into him, and he's got a Jeep Gladiator too. So I asked Cory if he would mind showing us his rig. It's good enough to make the Nitto booth. So I walked by. It's pretty sweet. So I'll pass it over to Cory and let him tell you all about it.
How you doing, guys? Cory Lessie, Overland Gator on Instagram. Driving a 22 Jeep Gladiator. Just recently I've been upgrading suspension, tires, and of course I had to go with the Nittos 37-inch trail grapplers. I've gone from an all-terrain tire before, and this is my first set of mud terrains, and they're actually quieter than my all-terrains, which is great. Nittos are known to be a little quieter than the other mud terrains. Yep, Rockslide Engineering, they're great. It helps with the lift, and you know it's gonna allow me to go a little higher too, which is nice. So that might be the next upgrade for the truck.
Oh, and you're running the Clayton lift. You got the Premium or the Overland Plus?
I got the Overland Plus 2.5-inch triple rate springs in the back. I love it. It's great because it came with the adjustable control arm, so you can, when I go with a taller spring, I'll be able to just adjust the control arms, not have to buy a whole new kit with it.
Yeah, I've got the 3.5-inch that went on mine, and I've tucked my 37s all the way in the wheel well.
Okay.
So it's I see you could maybe fit a 40, but then you're doing some mods.
Yeah, yeah. I was actually, when I first got the 37s, I was rubbing in reverse when I'm backing out of parking spots or whatnot on just the plastic liner.
Right.
So that I had to pull those out. I went with the American Adventure Labs inner fenders, and I love them. They're great. They pop in and out nice and easily.
Awesome. And you're running the iCamper up there. That's pretty nice.
Sky Camp 2.0 fits 4 people for them.
Okay.
Not 4 people when I'm up there, but you know,
Yeah,
I like the space. It folds out to pretty much a California King. It's got the nice little United States map in the back, which I think is a nice touch.
And so is this a smart cap?
It's the RSI Smart Cap. It was a long lead item, especially when they first came out. They're starting to ramp up production. They opened up a Texas plant, which should help with the production issues that they're getting them over here.
Okay.
And there's such a huge demand that people are waiting 6, 7, 8 months. I lucked out and managed to grab it from Northridge 4x4 in like 4 months.
Yeah.
So that worked out pretty well.
Awesome. So if you had one item, what would be your favorite item on the Jeep?
I think I'm going to go with the tires because that affects the ride so much that and they're quiet, and useful. I went through some mud ruts a couple weeks ago, and comparing it to my all-terrains before, the all-terrains would slow down and just you kind of take your time. These things, I felt like I was still on a gravel road going straight through a mud rut.
Yeah,
it was
mud
great.
terrains in general. So I drive the Toyos, Cory's got the Nittos, and these things, a lot of people underestimate how well they actually do in the rain, the snow, and everything else. And mud tires are actually a very good all-terrain that give you a lot of traction off-road as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's great. And I don't slow down for anything on the highway when I'm doing the long drives when rain, and I look forward to this winter and testing them out in the winter with some snow. But I've tons of people I know have them and highly recommend them. So I went with them and not one issue yet.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate it, Cory.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks. Currently at Taruka with Daniel. We met Daniel at the North Georgia meetups, but I just wanted to give him an opportunity to give you a quick display of Taruka. It's a fast-growing company here in the U.S., and I'll pass it over to Daniel.
Hey guys, this is Daniel from Taruka. We are at the Overlandexpoeast in Arlington, Virginia, and I'm just going to run and show you some of our products that we have on display. So, one of our flagships is the Taruka 180s, and with a Falcon filler, and it turns into a 360 awning. So you have that coverage on both sides and at the back.
So I was just going to jump in there real quick. So I noticed Sean with the Story Till Now, he's running y'all's setup. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's right. He's running it in Canada, and he's beating it to death out there, and he's showing out what it can do.
So new tents also. So I noticed you got some bifold hinges. You want to talk a little bit about your new tent?
Yeah, so we got 2 different models on display at the Overland Expo. We've got the Shack, which has the rise on the head, on the wedge at the back. So you got that head clearance, and in case that if you want to sleep that way or the other way, so you don't actually hit your feet on the regular wedges.
Okay.
It comes integrated with an LED light. inside with a white and an amber color. And on the other side, we've got the big shack, which is basically the same tent, but it raises at the top on both sides so that you have that extra head clearance.
Yeah, and I just saw Caesar from Super Overland Outfitters got a new tent from you. He put you on Instagram. Hey, I got a new tent on the way up. Stop by to see Daniel. So
that's right. Cool. Yeah, he's running the shack on his Super Duty at the moment. Yeah.
You were telling me this one, the new shack, the biggest one you have, it's almost like a king size bed or a queen size bed.
So actually, the footprint is exactly the same, and it's just about a queen size bed.
Okay.
Yeah, and it comes with a 2-inch memory foam mattress.
Okay.
And what I've been heard from other people is that it's really comfortable, so
right.
I'm happy to hear that.
And Tjuruka may be brand new, but you guys are pretty much the new face of Bushwhacker in the U.S., correct?
Correct. So Bushwhacker's been around for the last 5 years,
right.
and they've been phenomenal in the way that they make their products.
Yeah.
So we are happy to bring them to the U.S. and represent them here.
All right, guys, go check them out.
TjurukaUSA.com.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.
We're at the truck booth with Ben, and Ben's going to walk us through some of his newest products and give you guys an overview. So Ben, take it away.
Hey guys, our newest products here, what we just came out with over at Overland Expo Mountain West was our T-slot compatible bed racks. So we made a new version of the mount. What's special about our T-slot compatible racks is we actually use a stud plate versus individual nuts. So when this slides into your retract or roll and lock cover, it's way stronger than a standard nut. It won't pull out. It's a super strong mount. So that's our biggest new upgrade. We have them all 3 sizes, 6, 12, and 18-inch uprights. The rest of the rack's the same as our standard racks, so it's all compatible with all our accessories and all our other parts.
And I really like this ratchet kit. Ben, show them the ratchet kit that you guys came up with.
Yeah, so we've been working on a few accessories as well. This one here, we partnered with Rhino USA. We use their retractable ratchets. The ratchet pops out, you hit the button, and it auto retracts.
Right.
And this will connect to one of our other tie-down points, whether it's the taller rabbit ear tie-down point or a smaller one. Both of these new accessories will work on, obviously it works best on our racks, but it also works on anything else that uses any kind of extrusion. So we've designed the whole pattern to work with the metric size 80-20 extrusion. Okay. So it'll work with just about anything. It'll work with the tooly stuff. It'll work with, all you got to do is provide your own bolts when it's not on our system.
Awesome.
So,
all right.
Other than that, we've come out with, we did just come out with our own traction board mounts as well.
Okay.
Same sort of jam as everything else we do. It's all adjustable. So if you want to buy the Max Tracks, it'll work with the expensive boards, but it'll also work with your cheaper Amazon boards.
All right. Well, thanks, Ben, and 100% made in America, right?
Yep, all in Pittsburgh.
So we're over at the Dobinson Spring and Suspension booth, and I've got Alabado here, and he's going to tell us a little bit about their shock lineup as well as their springs. Dobinson has been in the market for years, and I'll let him talk a little bit about it.
For the Jeep community, we offer 2 lines of shocks. One is the MRA suspension, which is a 3-way adjustable monotube shock that is fully rebuildable, and also we can tune the shock for some specific needs, especially the guys that they run like heavy overland builds, like 1,000 pound in the rear, like alu caps or canopies. We also offer the IMS shock, which is an internal monotube shock. This is not adjustable, but it's rebuildable as well, and we use high-end components like billet aluminum pistons, floating piston, Japanese seals. We use rubber bushings in our shocks, so they last forever. They don't need to be serviced, and they last for a long time, and they don't squeak, they don't rattle. The adjustment in the low-speed compression, we have 20 clicks. For the high-speed compression, we have 10 clicks, and for the rebound that is right here on the leg of the shock, we have 15 clicks. So you can adapt your shock for any terrain, any condition, or any liking. Some people like it soft, some people they like it firmer, so you can do it with the 3-way adjustability.
That's awesome. That is a lot. I'd hate to do the math on how many adjustments that actually is, but you can really dial these things in. All right, well, appreciate it. Thanks,
my
sir.
pleasure. Thank you very much for
Hi, guys. So we're over at the Patriot Camper booth. I'm going to pass the mic over to Brian. He's going to tell you a little bit about Patriot Campers. I've been following them for a little bit, all the way from Australia, now in the U.S. market. So, Brian, take it away.
All right, Patriot Campers. We are now in Las Vegas, so feel free to come out and see us. Full showroom. We've got inventory down there, all the models. Gen 2s will be starting to hit the States here in March. So yeah, come out and check them out.
Awesome.
Full off-road, legit trailers.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So do all the trailers come with a Dometic fridge, or is that?
No, the Dometic fridge is an option.
Okay.
The X3 comes with a 75 liter.
Okay.
All the other ones come with a 55 liter. When the Gen 2s are out, they will all have a 75 liter.
And is this your power management box over here?
Yes.
That's pretty nice.
Yep. All
Very
red
cool.
arc, red vision. You got an inverter pack right there. And you can switch from your shore power. That's for your inverter switch. For the inside power.
I like the plant. That adds a lot of character.
I had to.
Probably packed full of spices and
Right.
everything else.
Absolutely. Yeah. You got our stove here. It is on a strut.
Yeah.
And it keeps it from bouncing around when you're out on the trail.
Yeah. Are these your own brand of tents on top, or
Yes.
do you guys have a U.S. factory yet, or is it all still
No,
Australian?
it's still all going to be Australian.
Okay, so it's still quality control.
Yes,
and everything.
100%. They're
I appreciate it, Brian. Thank you very much. Devo's Light Ranger. These are pretty cool. So area lighting for your camping needs. You can even hook it up, go solar. Hi guys, we are currently over at the devosoutdoors.com talking a little bit about the Light Ranger products, and we've got Rich here. He's going to tell you all about his lighting solution. Take it away, Rich.
Awesome. So we've got the 1200 lumen lantern here with us today, and if the lantern itself goes up on a 9-foot pole, 1200 lumens, it gives you a 60-foot area of lighting at night.
Wow.
You can select which panels you want lit up, so you can direct the light where you want it.
Okay.
And you can also, any of those modes, you can dim it down to 20%. I'm not sure if your camera's going to pick that up, but
yeah, I can see it moving down.
There you
it's
go.
Pretty bright outside. But
we got a hanger on the top, so you can hang it. These
Okay.
risers built onto it, so you can put it upside down and work underneath your rig at
nice.
night.
Okay.
It's USB-C, charge in.
Yeah.
Now it's also charges out.
Okay.
So you get a 60% charge in an hour, full charge in about 4 hours.
Okay.
On all 4 lights, you get 4 hours of power. Turn 2 off, you're at 8 hours.
Awesome.
Leave 1 on, you're at 16.
Wow. That's a lot of runtime.
It's a lot of runtime. And it does light up a nice 60 foot area.
Nice.
We have a variety of accessories. You can check them on our website.
Awesome.
At devosoutdoor.com.
All right. Appreciate it, Rich. Thanks,
Thank
man.
you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're at Roller Cam with Erik, and I just picked up a couple of these, our last event down with Expedition, Georgia. But I'm going to turn it over to Erik, and he's going to give us a quick demonstration of their product. Take it away, Erik.
All right. So one of our newest products is the rope roller. Rope roller is cool because it is a great device to tension 3 and 4 millimeter accessory cord. What we have here is like your standard 550 paracord. Easy to use, super easy to tension, easy to release, and it also has an integrated little clip, so you can clip it into sewing tabs on tarps, tents, and such, and then you can just cinch it and you're ready to roll. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks. So I'm over here at the Tyree booth with Cole. Cole, tell us a little bit about Tyree lights.
Hey guys, so Tyree is a company that's been around for 30 years, but just recently got into the off-road market. We got our foot in the door with Jeep and Mopar. We private label for them, as well as AEV. We also make lights for them as well. We're now getting to the end user to offer you guys the same industrial grade quality lights to you guys. So we got a huge catalog from all the other markets we've been in for over the years: mining, logging, some construction, material handling, a bunch of stuff to bring into the overland market, so you guys can have any answer to any light problem you have. We have industrial looking lights because they are industrial. You notice here on these on the base of our chassis here, we have this blue rubber. That's vibration isolation. So what that does is it stops the board from shaking around and everything like that. As well, we got full aluminum heat sinks. These go on things with no suspension and that don't move very often. So they're made to be as bright as possible with as much heat displacement as possible, and that's what we focus on. We come from a different evolution of product than everything else on this market, so you'll see a different beast of a product from us here at Tyree, all built in the USA.
Thanks for the rundown on the Tyree lights.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, so we're over at the Toyota Lexus booth. This is a LX 460, which is pretty nice. I don't know if I'd want white interior off-road, but definitely a ride of luxury. Big touch screen in there. Looks like someone may be doing some work with the shift cable. It's cool paint. It's like a rhino liner, and then they've got a good build out in the back. Yakima awning, Dometic fridge back here, little fold out table. It's a nice build. That's your luxury lineup. And then over here, got brand new Taco Trail Hunter Edition. This is a pretty one. It's got the classic Toyota racing colors. Pretty neat little Tundra cargo boxes here. So that's a new 2024 Tundra. a great color. And then over here's, looks like new Sequoia. It's nice. This is a Sequoia. Land Cruiser's not here. Oh, no, you're good. Here's the Tundra and the Classic. So this is a trail hunter, so check out that long travel rear axle. Showing a little Toyota Flex here. Pretty cool. Hey guys, another walk by the Toyo booth. They got a Bronco out front. Badlands winch here, 40s. I've never seen a Bronco on 40s, but looks pretty good. Big Overland camper rig. Toyo MTs, man. That's the way to go. Tire right here. Hey guys, we're with Karl at Toyo Tires again, and we haven't talked to them since Jeep Beach, so Karl's got some new information about the tires. I love Toyos, but I'll let Karl talk to you a little bit about it.
Sure. So you want to just go down the lineup?
Yeah, let's just go down the lineup.
Okay. Well, I mean, our first tire, most popular tire, #1 selling tire is the AT3. It's, you know, it's just your everyday, all-around, all-terrain tire. 3-peak mountain snowflake rated, so it's rated for your snow and ice driving conditions.
Okay.
65,000 mile warranty in P-metric, 50,000 mile in LT.
Okay.
And then this is our newest tire, it's the RT Trail.
Yeah.
We launched this here last year, actually. Since we launched it, it's been a very popular tire. Like I've been walking around the show and I've seen so many guys with the RT Trail now, so that makes me really happy.
It's got that MT feel, but it also has the AT.
Yeah, so we kind of I like to call it like our extreme all-terrain or like our all-terrain on steroids, because it does have a all-terrain-ish tread pattern, but the void is a lot larger in between the blocks compared to the all-terrain, so it's going to give you better off-road traction, and it has this really aggressive sidewall. It's a lot more aggressive than the AT, so everyone that was a fan of the AT3, like some people wanted a more aggressive tire but didn't want to step up to like our MT, so they're like, make an aggressive all-terrain.
I'm the opposite, so I'm like MT all the way every day.
Oh yeah.
That's great everywhere. That's as good as you're gonna get.
Exactly. And this is the original hybrid tire that we created, the RT. So this was to bridge the gap between the MT and the AT.
Yeah.
And so now we're breaking down the segments even further, as you can see with the RT Trail.
Right.
It's our in between the RT and the AT.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then of course probably our most iconic tire, the MT.
Yep.
You know, not much to say about this.
No.
Everyone knows about this tire.
I haven't seen it. I haven't personally experienced any flats with them. So
yeah.
They're great tires. Never had to change one. I've got a whole bunch of spares.
Awesome. Yeah, and then not many people know this, but we make side-by-side tires too.
Okay,
so we have our 35-inch, 9.5, 15 side-by-side tire on display here.
Sweet.
As you can see, it looks like a baby MT.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
that'd be fun on a Razor.
Yeah, exactly. So we make this in 32, 33, and 35.
Awesome. And
then some of our lesser-known tires. Oh no, one of my things fell down. We have our commercial tire, the CT here. This is an extreme, heavy-duty tire. It's just meant to live its life.
Yeah.
You know, off-road, on shale, on gravel, oil fields, etc. It's also 3 PMS, and it's also studdable for extreme winter conditions. And then the M55, it's just extremely durable commercial type tire. This tire is pretty much indestructible. Like people joke that this tire will outlast most of the vehicles that they put it on. So yeah, that's our lineup of open country tires.
Are you guys running? These are the M320s.
Yeah. So this is our show rig. It was built by Hunter RMV.
Okay.
It's called the Predator 2 or D1.
Okay.
But yeah, it's on our Toyo M320, and that's a commercial tire. It's a super single. Okay. So we had to get custom wheels made for this, so we could run our 22.5-inch wheels, or 22.5-inch commercial tires. So
what kind of mileage can you get out of a good set of commercial? Because these are almost semi-truck tires, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are semi-truck tires. I'm not sure what the mileage is going to be on this, but he's already put probably like 30,000 miles on these already.
Yeah, and pretty new. You still got a lot of tread left.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
So.
All right, Karl. Well, I appreciate it, brother.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping.
So we're walking around. We got cargo kits here. We met them in North Georgia. You got WeBoost over here. if you need to expand your signal range. You got another tire inflation company over here. You got the Morflate booth. Asheville Vehicle Outfitters over there. Lots of companies. Over here at the extrusion booth, got a couple of setups. It's good stuff. All right guys, here's the Global Expedition XT, built off of a Ram 5500. This is sweet. Look at those trailing arms. Here's a Storyteller Overland van, the Beast. It's nice. So they've got all kinds of campers for truck beds here. They got pull behinds. You got this cool Alu cab camper over here. So lots of cool builds. Definitely worth the drive to Overland Expo. Go come check this out. It's a good looking build, the Earth Cruiser. Pop up. All right guys, so we're at the American Expedition Vehicle booth with Matt, and Matt's going to tell us a little bit about AEV. I love the Prospector. They, paved the way. So Matt, tell us a little bit about AEV.
Yeah, so we are a company specializing in premium off-road products and turnkey vehicle conversions for Jeep Wrangler, Gladiator, Ram trucks, and now all the GM truck platforms.
Yeah, and it all started with what? The Brute? Was that their first build? Or?
No, long wheelbase Wranglers were. That's really how we got started. So
stretching the TJ.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Did a couple different length wheelbases, but yeah, it was cutting TJs, stretching them, making them a little more usable, and that's really kind of how it all started.
Lots of fancy chairs, tents. I got a little bit of everything here, so it's definitely a good place. I'm getting inspired. Aluminum cargo boxes, all kinds of stuff. Merino wool hiking socks. All right guys, so we're over at the Dometic booth. They've got all kinds of stuff on display, from their CFX fridges. They've got the Dometic water taps here. You just touch and turns on the water. 2 taps, 1 tap off. That's pretty cool. We've got the Dometic Go chairs. Got to check out the table over there and a lot of the gear. And then we just won the stove last week, which is over in their Front Runner booth. And Front Runner is their brand of Dometic. They got racks, chairs, grills, and that's our new stove that we picked up. That's awesome. We'll have to do a review on that. But awesome. Hey guys, so we're over at the Gomammut booth with Johan, and he's got a sweet looking Gladiator over here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Gomammut and what you guys do?
So we are a rooftop tent company. We're based out of New York, Long Island, New York. We are here at Overland Expo 2023. We got new items. We got a hard shell shower cube, which is really nice. We already sold out in one day. This is a new bunker series tent.
Awesome. Let me step back, see if I can get a look. Yeah. Oh, I like this. Has got the where you got plenty of headroom too,
Yeah,
so it folds up.
In the front.
Yeah.
It comes with cross rails.
That's nice.
The roof rack. It's a pretty sweet setup. And soon we're gonna be out with the new camper series.
Okay.
It's gonna be for like 5-foot bed pickup trucks.
Okay.
So yeah, this is the bunker series. It's gonna be ready for sale in January next year. So right now we're gonna start working on the whole kitchen setup.
Yeah, and you got the Julka up here.
Yeah.
The water. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, and he was just telling me, his tires are small. Look how big these 40s are on this thing. And was it metal cloak suspension you got on there?
You got metal cloak, long arm suspension.
With the Falcons and the Anti-Rock sway bars, and he's saying his tires are too small.
Yeah, they're wearing down, so they're getting smaller.
Yeah, we may have to talk him into some 42s or something. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate it, Johan.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you for
good
coming.
Time.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thanks. We're walking around and we just bumped into Rob from Revere Overland over here.
We've got a Revere Overland booth right here.
Awesome.
We've partnered with Commonwealth as
Awesome.
part of that.
Good.
Yeah.
You want to take us a quick walk around the rigs?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome.
How much detail we want to go into?
I don't know, 2-3 minutes or whatever. I can make you a complete feature. It doesn't matter.
We'll just do a quick walk around. Yeah, so this is my 2022 Toyota Tundra. We've lifted it, we've put 37s on it and put bumpers and armor all down it. In the back we've done a seat delete. You can't really see it under all our boxes of stuff that we've been selling this weekend. We do have some Iron Man stuff here as well. Obviously had to have one seat available for my son.
Awesome.
We took the car seat out just for the show, but he'll be riding back with us afterwards. And then on the back, the big thing that you see here is our AT habitat. So this is an entire living area here in the front.
Yeah.
We've got a small area for a bed in the right at the front, and that's where my son sleeps.
Right.
And then at the back and the overhang is where my wife and I sleep. And this thing is amazing just for the sheer size of it, which you can tell. And the funny thing is on video, people don't realize how large this is. You know, it looks like I'm like 4 feet tall. And I'm actually 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm the same way. It's funny because a lot of rooftop tent companies, they'll be like, oh, it sleeps 4 people, but no, this thing here will actually sleep, 3 or 4 people.
Oh yeah, you can have 2 at the back. I've got extra platforms you can put in here, so you can have 2 across this area, and then I guess if you got someone small enough, they can sleep in the bed as well. And then we have another vehicle. Do you want to check out the Jeep?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So this Jeep, we've had some changes done to it over the last few weeks.
And that's the thing. A lot of people are, Toyota versus Jeep. I'm like you. I don't care. As long as it's a good vehicle, that's all I care about.
Yeah, we like to run both. They both have their strengths and their weaknesses. The Jeep is amazing off-road. Like, you can't beat Jeep off-road, especially on the more technical trails. But getting to where we go, we live in Kentucky and we drive out to Utah, Colorado really often. That's where the Toyota really comes in, because this is not nearly as much fun to drive on the highway. It just doesn't handle as well as the independent front suspension. But in this, our personal stuff is this this draw system in the back. This is SHW off-road draw system. Yeah, it's all been taken out. It's not connected up at the moment, just because this was a last-minute thing for the show. We've upgraded from their previous version, but it's just basically a really light draw system that goes in here, and you can take the drawers out and use them as totes. And that whole thing weighs something like 45 pounds for the draw system. We've also got a seat delete in here. Right now, they put in the full seat delete, so it goes all the way across. Right. But that's just for the show. We'll be taking out the other side because, again, we've got my son. He's got to go in there somewhere. And then someone's put a duck on there.
Oh no! Yeah, I got one of those too.
Yeah, and then. The awning and tent, those were put on by Iron Man just for the show.
Okay,
we'll be taking those off because we have a couple of our own things. Like we usually run iCamper on that because it's big enough for the 3 of us if we want to go out in here. And if it's just me by myself, I've got a Go Fast camper in there that is really, really light. That's great for wheeling. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been a fan of the Daniel Boone Backcountry Byway. Haven't made it to Kentucky yet to come to it. I know you've done a lot of it, and I really enjoy watching your shows. I think I just watched your last one because you kind of grew up doing that. You explained, hey, I used to drive, a Cherokee, and now I'm, graduating and we're going back.
Yeah, the Byway is an amazing trail system. I'd say I've done a lot of the original Byway, which is about 100 miles. They've got close to 500 miles now, and I have barely scratched the surface of that. In fact, I've only gone out a couple of times since they expanded it, and we did some really fun trails. Actually, I'll show you on the back.
Yeah.
We did one trail that had quite a serious mud hole, and you can see the watermark on the tire there.
Oh, wow. And do you have a snorkel?
I do not have a snorkel, no. We had watermarks on the headlights, which we've washed now, but it stayed on there. Yes, we might need a snorkel.
Sweet. Well, Rob, I appreciate it. Great to meet you.
Yeah, and you.
Hope to see you on the trail, man.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, so we got to meet Andy at a recent event, but I didn't get to showcase his vehicle. And this is Ambo. So this is an old ambulance built on an old F-350 chassis. This was a service ambulance for years, and he's completely converted this to be in his house, running the Continental 335/80 R20s. Lots and lots of trips he's done with this thing, and it's an awesome build. So he's got his GPS nav in there, everything, and up front here he's got this beautiful ARB bull bar, and he's running the Tyree lights. So beautiful vehicle down here at the Tyree booth. I'll post this and have to ping him. Hey guys, so we're at the Midland USA booth over here, and I'm going to pass it off to Kaylee, and she's going to tell you all about Midland radios.
Hey everyone, I'm Kaylee with Midland Radio. We're here at Overland Expo East in our booth selling our radios. Midland Radio was founded in 1959. We're one of the first manufacturers of CB radio, so that's kind of how we got our start. And then in the early 2000s, we started switching over to GMRS and FRS two-way radios. FRS and GMRS operate on the same frequency. 2 watts and under is FRS. GMRS is anything above 2 watts, and that goes up to a max power of 50 watts that is allowed by law. They do communicate with one another, so they are compatible. Most of those walkie-talkies that you pick up at any kind of sporting goods store or a Walmart, those are going to be FRS. GMRS has a lot more power, and they bring a lot more clarity than those CB radios that people are kind of making the switch to GMRS. GMRS does require a license, but it's $35. You go to the FCC's website and apply. Usually have your license within a week. It lasts for 10 years, and it covers your entire immediate family. But yeah, we have several different GMRS options. We have our walkie-talkies and then our micromobile two-way radios, ranging anywhere from 5 watts, 15 watts, 40 watts, and then 50 watts, which again is going to have the most max power allowed by law. We also do have GMRS antennas available for options, starting at 3 dB, going all the way to 7.5 dBs. So you can really decide what you need based on the conditions that you'll be driving in. But yeah, come stop by Midland or find us on social media at Midland USA, or find our website at midlandusa.com for more information.
All right. Hey guys, so we're over at Outland Motorworks. Talked to Ben the other day about his Get Truck racks. I noticed his truck's got one, so I'm going to pass it off here, and we're going to talk all about Outland Motorworks.
All right. Hey, my name is Daniel Hill, owner of Outland Motorworks, and we're in Johnson City, Tennessee, in the middle heart of the Appalachian Mountains. So we manufacture rooftop tents and awnings. So us being in the middle of Appalachian, we got to give it all redneck hillbilly names, right? So our tents is called the Cattywampus, the Yonder, the Wreckin', and the Bonnie. So and instead of our awnings, we call them porches, and then our 270s and our 180s, they're wraparound porches. Awesome. So we can give you a little quick walk around.
Absolutely.
So this is our Cattywampus.
Okay.
And it is the wedge style. The wedge style tent or the triangle tent, whichever you want it to be. So it is a hard shell aluminum. Yeah. And what we do is we include a lot of the extras that some people charge for the accessories. So we include the shoe bags, we include the anti-condensation mat, the LED on the inside, pockets galore, of course the mattress and the ladder. But we also include the crossbars for the roof in case you want to add you a solar panel or traction boards or a bicycle or carry a kayak, canoe, or whatever. So that's our Cattywampus. The thing that kind of sets us apart from the competition is we're in the Appalachian, and it's kind of a rainforest, so it rains a lot, especially in the spring. So we added a little awning overhang for the sides, so you can keep your doors and the side windows open while it's raining.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of companies don't do the awnings.
Yeah.
And I'm always curious when I see a wedge style tent is how about the rain coming in the side?
That's right, that's right. So we tried to fix that. We'll see how it's working well. So we also have an extension awning that's available for the side and the main door.
Yeah.
And then we also have an annex that's available for the triangle style tents, which a lot of people don't have. So that's another addition. So on the Gladiator here too, we also have a wraparound porch. This is what we call our biggin. So it extends almost all the way to the front of the vehicle, all the way to the back. Gives you almost 20 foot from end to end.
Wow.
And then of course we have the wall kits available, annex for those also.
All right, guys, go check them out at outlandmotorworks.com.
That's right.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have a great
day.
day.
Hey, guys, so we're over at Risk real quick, and we're with James, and he's going to talk to us about these cool fuel cans he has, and especially if you're in a motocross or any type of, ATVs, UTVs, off-road vehicles, James is going to tell you what's unique and cool about his can. Take it away, James.
All right, so we've got the Easy 3 and we've got the Easy 5. First thing I'm going to start off with is something that makes it a little unique. If you want to look down here, we've got floor mounts. So you can mount that into your truck or trailer, and all you have to do is just snap that in, and it's not going to go anywhere. You can actually run a padlock right through here, and that's going to prevent it from theft.
Yeah.
But way more cool features. There's a lot of utility jugs and fuel jugs and race jugs out on the market, but many of the competitors all vent from right by the spout, so when you're filling, you're spilling. With ours, the vent's in the back, so you're never spilling out of it. It's anodized aluminum, and it's also slotted, so the more you unscrew it, the faster the flow rate. All replaceable O-rings, which is nice. And then we've got our hose bender. A couple things here. We've got a reinforced HDPE hose. Most of the utility jug and sport jug hoses are clear, they're PVC, not as good with fuel. Ours is gonna stay soft and easy to use. Our cap, anodized aluminum, replaceable O-rings. Also, it's on a lanyard so you don't lose it. But since we've got it on lanyard, we put a little hook down here, and we call that the hose bending system. So now you can go in and out of your tank without spilling, flipping around. You don't need 3 hands to do it. So again, wide, or it's a thick-bodied HDPE jug, 5-gallon and 3-gallon.
Okay.
And you can get it as the whole kit, or you can buy it a la carte with separate spouts and mounts, whatever you need.
Okay.
So we've got that at Risk. We've also got a ton of power sports stuff, a lot of really cool, innovative stuff. And we've also got STKR here at the Overland Expo, and that's all about lighting and camp lighting. And our telescoping lights have been real popular this weekend.
All right. I appreciate it. And once again, go check them out. What is it, risk.com?
We've got riskracing.com and STKRconcepts.com.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it, sir.
Yep.
Hey, guys, so we're over at a Sphere 4x4, and I saw some pretty awesome skid plates, but I'm going to turn it over to Enich, and he's going to tell you all about their company. Go ahead. Take it away, Enich.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. So we're a Sphere 4x4 from Israel, and we've been making aluminum skid plates for 30 years now. If you come over this way and kind of point out a few of our features that we have, we use 5052 aluminum. It's super hard. You can slide on this. It doesn't gouge like your 5051 aluminum that most companies use to produce their skid plates. We use galvanized steel bracketing for all of our connection points when it's not bolted to the frame. And then this traditionally takes about 2 hours to install. It's all bolt-on, no welding, no cutting, no drilling. Super easy. You can do it in your driveway if you have no experience in that time. It's really nice.
I know I had an old YJ, and these little skids over your bolts are so important because otherwise you will shred those off and you'll be like, oh no.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we don't use this in every application, but most of our vehicles do have the recessed bolts, which is really, like he's saying, an excellent thing to have. So when you're off-roading, hitting those hard rocks, you don't damage that bolt head, and if you need to, you can still access the areas.
Yeah, and you guys do complete line for Toyota, Jeep, and any other brands out there?
Yeah, so we actually produce for about 20 different brands.
Okay.
So we are an international company, and we produce a lot for the European market.
Yeah.
So there is a huge amount of options for us. Just to give you a nice example, so we make a skid plate for a Kia Sorento.
Oh, wow, okay.
You know, we have one for a Touareg.
Right.
You know, for front plate on that. We do all Subaru skid plates as well.
Awesome.
So over in Israel, something that's kind of unique to our environment over there is a lot of the cars, if they're all-wheel drive,
right,
they're Jeeps.
Awesome.
So we're really focused on protecting those guys, and so that way they can get into the deepest parts of the desert and still make it back out.
Awesome. Well, Enich, appreciate it.
Thank
you very
you.
much. So go check them out at asphere.com. All right, guys, so Overland Expo East is starting to close down. We're headed back down towards Savannah, and we'll catch you guys next time. So once again, thanks for joining us. Today was day 2. For early access, check us out over on TikTok and Instagram. If you would, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, ring the bell so you get the notifications, and keep coming back for more. Once again, I get to share my dream with you, but the true purpose of this channel, help motivate, inform, and inspire you so you can get out there and start building your dreams.